I try to hide my grin when I hear my mom say, "Damn it, your dad forgot his lunch again," but it's impossible. I quickly say, grinning like an idiot and grabbing the bag my mom is still holding, "Man, it's completely out of your way. You don't have to do that. Relax, Mom. College doesn't start for another couple of weeks. I have nothing at all to do today, so I can easily run it over there. Let me throw on some clothes and then I'll do it." I race back up the stairs before she can argue. I'll take any excuse to go to my dad's work, especially if it means I'll get to set my eyes on his unbelievably sexy boss. Had it bad for Mr. Harding for as long as I can remember. He may be more than twice my age, but the man looks like a god, and he's starred in every single sexual fantasy I've ever had. He's also the reason I'm still a damn virgin at 19. There's no way in hell I'm showing up without looking amazing, so I take a quick shower, making sure to shave everything. Before walking to my closet, I decide on a ridiculously short skirt and a pink top that hugs me like a second skin. Looking in the mirror, it's painfully obvious that I'm brayless, so I grab a little black sweater and put it on so my mom doesn't have a heart attack when she sees me walk out the door. I look at my reflection one last time and smile. Well, catch Mr. Harding sigh. We did have a bit of a moment at the Christmas party last year. I'd run into him in a dark corner, and the heated look he'd given me still gets me wet every time I think about it. Nothing had happened though, and it's been eating away at me ever since. I know he wanted me. I think he just needs a little kick in the ass. He probably thinks I'm off limits, since my dad works for him. Well, that's bullshit. I just need to make him see reason, and I think today might be the day. When it rained with an excited squeal, I run down the stairs and grab the forgotten lunch. Hi to my mom, I race out the door and get in my car, so excited I can barely sit still. The whole drive, I replay scene after scene of me getting fucked in every position I can think of by Mr. My mother would bring my favorite soup to my office when I walked late. My brother would come to pick me up from work when it rained. By the time I'm pulling into the parking garage, my panties are soaked and my nipples are so fucking hard they ache. When I'm inside the building, my nerves threaten to get the best of me. I hurry up and find my dad's office before I lose my courage to even do that. What a nice surprise. My dad says, giving me a quick hug. "No, thanks." He grabs the lunch I hold out to him. "How pissed was your mom that I forgot it again?" I laugh and say she wasn't crazy happy about it, but I didn't mind bringing it. Before he can say anything else, I hear a deep, sexy voice coming from behind me, and I immediately know who it is. My whole body responds to that voice, and I'm suddenly so horny I can barely think. "It's nice to see you again." I turn and look up at the sexiest face I've ever seen, the one I have memorized and have fucked myself 2 more times than I can count. His green eyes look amused as he runs his eyes over me, and the dark stubble on his cheeks makes me want to hike up my skirt and press my pussy to his face and ride him until I orgasm so many times I won't even be able to remember my damn name. I realize I've been staring at him like an idiot, and to my absolute horror at some point during this imaginary oral scenario, my mouth is fallen open, so I'm not only staring at him with my mouth parted and my breathing way heavier than it should be for just standing still. I feel my face heat up and know I can add turning bright red to my list of humiliations. Mr. Harding runs his eyes over me again before turning to my dad. "Are you going to have a problem getting me that report by the end of the day?" "Not at all," my dad says, already sitting back down at his desk to get working. I know he's super busy, so I tell my dad bye and start to walk away. I don't get 4 cents rather than see the large, powerful presence beside me. He follows me into the elevator, but before I can press the button for the ground floor, he leans over and presses the top floor button. Keeping his body close to mine, he leans in closer and says, "Would you mind coming to my office before you go?" I breathe in the scent of his intoxicating cologne and barely manage to keep from moaning and rubbing my body against his. Of course, I manage to say, even if it does come out in a breathy whisper. He smiles and stands back up to his full height, adjusting his suit jacket and making it impossible for me to not notice how damn broad his shoulders are. He stands closer to me than is necessary, and I try my best to keep myself under control. For all I know, he just wants to ask me a few questions about my future, or maybe even offer me an entry-level position. I try to tell my pussy that it doesn't mean he'll be putting his cock inside me, but my body refuses to calm down, and by the time we reach the top floor, I've soaked through my thong again and I can feel my juices coating my inner thighs.